Hey guys, Cubehamster here with the tutorial for the Mechmaster 9 Million from Minecraft Storymode. A functional mech, a little bit more advanced than the Atlas mech tutorial that I've done recently. This is from Telltale's Minecraft Storymode, the game, and works on Xbox, PC and PlayStation, and hopefully at some point also on the Wii U. But this is a functional design. It has a cockpit. It actually has like an advanced start-stop mechanism where when you use a flint and steel you can activate the mechanism, and like this will basically make it walk. It has a humanoid walking animation, and when you want it to stop after this piston moves forward, you can click it again and it like immediately stops the design. It also comes with weapons. They're a little bit tricky to use but possible. Basically, whenever the TNT moves forward, or just before it moves forward, you can light this TNT I'm looking at right now, and it basically launches it forward. And then, like while you're going, you can technically pick up new TNT and repeat the repeat the fire mechanism. And then when you want to stop, after it moves forward, you just press the stop button. So this is a very cool design. Unlike the one that's in Minecraft Storymode, like this one actually works. The one in Minecraft Storymode was based off the Atlas mech, but doesn't actually work. I made it work, and I'm gonna show you guys step by step how to make this thing. But I do have to give a major disclaimer at the start. These designs, or like these contraptions, are extremely complex. Complex to the point where if you make a single mistake and you activate it, it will not only not work, it will probably like completely break itself. I did a tutorial on the Atlas mech. I had a lot of positive responses to it, but occasionally people made a mistake and it messed up, and that can be very frustrating. So be warned beforehand. Like, you have to follow the instructions like to 100% perfection. Like, one mistake and it doesn't work and it will completely mess up. Furthermore, I'll have a reasonable pace. A reasonable pace when I'm going through this tutorial, and it is your job to press the pause button and like scroll back. I can't adjust my tutorial speed to everyone that's watching. So that's just a couple of disclaimers to basically help you through the tutorial and like set you up for what could possibly happen when you're working on this. But yeah, I'm gonna guide you through this step by step. Like I said, works on Xbox, PlayStation, and PS and PC. So yeah, we should be good to go. So starting out with step 1, I laid out a little ground area. It's 11 by 13, like color coded it a little bit. I recommend you use this as a reference, because one of the complaints I had in the past is that people are not sure like what face or what direction they're building when they're watching the tutorial. First of all, like there's robots back there, so you know that's the back, and I'm building the robot facing towards east in this case. First thing we're going to do is we're going to lay out the like footprint. It is very similar to the one on the Atlas mech, and after we've done that, we add Slimeblocks. We go 2 up, and then we place 1 redstone block there and 1 redstone block there. So that's step 1. As for step 2, we're going to start connecting these legs. You need a sticky piston facing down, and on the other leg obviously also a sticky piston facing down. You can put a redstone block in front of that and a redstone block in front of that one as well. And then we go like this, and we place a normal piston facing into the leg, and here another normal piston facing into the leg. Again, this is pretty similar to the Atlas mech. Then as for color coding, and this is literally just make it look cooler and kind of similar to the one from Minecraft Storymode, I'm using yellow clay right now just to make it stand out towards other stuff, but you can literally have this block be any block you want as long as it doesn't have any weird properties. But you end up with this, and this is step 2. Step 3 is a tiny one. We basically just add some blocks here. We get a normal piston facing like this, and then we kind of mirror that on the other side. So 1 block, 2 blocks to the side, redstone block, and then normal piston facing forward, just like that. At step 4, we're going to start adding our first caterpillar engines. This is something we talked about in the previous tutorial as well, and something I've also talked about in the Ultimate Slime Block tutorial series, which I highly recommend you check if you're interested in this sort of stuff. I'll be sure to put a link in the description. We put a sticky piston facing this direction, then an obsidian block. You can also use a furnace. If you're doing this in survival, that will be a lot more less bad for your pickaxes. Then a normal piston facing the other direction, and then we kind of do the same on the other side. So again, a sticky piston going into a slime block, and normal piston, an obsidian in between. The obsidian is just to make sure we don't have any mishaps, and that will be like the last blocks we remove before we finish the design. And then we put a redstone block here and a redstone block there, and I guess I kind of forgot to place a slime block there. So these are hooked up to the pistons. Okay, step 5, adding a little bit more color. I got this nice blue stained clay, even though it's purple, but that's just Minecraft. Put a block in between, 2 blocks like this, then a normal piston, another normal piston, and you get, general normal pushing pistons like so, with a redstone block. And then if we want, we can add, cool stuff like this to make it look a bit more like the Mechmaster 9 Million that's behind there. Okay, step 6, and this is a big one, an important one, so make sure you don't mess up here. We get a slime block above here on this side, then we get 2 colored blocks. I'm using white stained clay at the moment, into a normal piston, into a slime block, into either furnace or obsidian, and then with a redstone block on top. Now normally if I would get a flint and steel and I would update this piston, it would extend, but we don't want that, so that's why the obsidian is there. Then we go around the corner, we go up, and then 1, 2, like that, and then we place an additional white stained clay block there. So that's step 6. I'm just flying around to make sure that you don't make any mistakes here, and there you go. Okay, step 7 is again a tiny one, and this is literally just for visual aesthetics, although this piston there is actually kind of super important because it adds to the push limit of the piston here. But what you get is you get slime block, redstone block, and then I got some cool colored stained glass. I'm using orange, and you can basically fill these spots in, but you can again use whatever block you want. But yeah, that's step 7. Okay, as for step 8, we're going to continue working on the engine. I got some cyan stained clay. You place one here, place one there. Then we get a normal piston, and it goes into a slime block, goes to a redstone block, and then we place 1 glass block there and 1 glass block there, and you have step 8. Okay, step 9, and this is again a little bit big one. We have a sticky piston facing backwards, then 1, 2, 3 slime blocks. Then we need to get an obsidian block, put it there, then a normal piston facing this direction, then we go around the corner and up and place a normal piston like this, and then we add 1 redstone block here and 1 redstone block there. So now we just fly around so you get a good view of what's going on, but this is what you should have ended up with, and that will be step 9. Okay, step 10. What we're going to do is we're going to start working towards the trigger mechanism now that starts and stops the device. We kind of get like a Tetris shape, like this. And then we go down 1 block. And here we put a sticky piston. We put a redstone block there to, you know, power the piston. And then what we need to do is we need to actually grab, I don't know, I used the sea lantern because it was cool, but this is basically the block that will be moved back and forward to activate the start-stop mechanism. But you should have ended up with what you see right here. Okay, step 11. Again, this is kind of a big one and a super important one. Cool thing about this one though is this is going to be one that we can sort of test to see if it works. We get a sticky piston going, you know, like this. Then we have colored block. I'm using red stained clay, but you can obviously use whatever you want. Then we go around the corner like this, and we go down one block. Here we will place a redstone block, and then we have a sticky piston facing this direction and a redstone block. And then just to make it look cool, I had like a a stained block there as well. And what this will do, this is actually like a switch. This functions as a switch. So what you can do is you can get a flint and steel. This is a block update detector. So when you click this, it will basically move the sea lantern. When the sea lantern is in this position, the machine will stop, and when it's in this position, it will move. And it is this block update detector that is kind of like pushing the thing forward. I'm just going to put that back there. Not that it matters, like this can be there as well, but just to keep some consistency. But yeah, that's step 11. Step 12, we still have a gray block here. We're also going to put a sticky piston facing backwards there. And then we kind of get like a square made of Slimeblocks. We put an obsidian there. Then we have a normal piston facing back into that. So this is another, you know, caterpillar. Redstone block there. Redstone block there. We go one down. Then we put a hardened clay in between, connecting those two. And then we put a normal piston here, slime block there, and another hardened piston block there. And this is going to be used to update stuff, but you kind of like end up with what you see right now. Okay, step 13 is a relatively simple one. We have a piston here, put a slime block with an air gap in between, redstone block on top, another slime block and another slime block. Then a redstone block here that literally does nothing except for like aesthetical reasons. And then I'm using dark green, but again, you can use whatever you want, but you basically get 2 blocks there as well. And that is step 13. Step 14 is also a tiny one. We have this white hardened clay here, and we're going to put a slime block there. And we're adding a caterpillar to this. So sticky piston facing back, obsidian block, normal piston facing this direction, redstone block on top, and then I have light blue stained clay. Hook it up to that, but again, you can use whatever you want for that. But that is basically the next step. Step 15, and we're getting pretty close to the final product at this point. The caterpillar we just added, we place like a shape like this. We go forward 1 block, then we put a redstone block there, and I'm using green stained clay here, and then like it kind of looks symmetrical towards the other side. But yeah, that is step 15. Step 16, and we're slowly creeping towards the weapon system right now. We have a sticky piston facing back. Then this is a caterpillar, 4 blocks like this. Then we go up 1 block, and then we place a normal piston like that. We have obsidian here because we don't want any mishaps. Then a normal piston that direction, and then a redstone block there, and a redstone block there. And that is step 16. So let's add the left weapon system, step 17. We get obsidian here because there's a caterpillar. This is a non-functioning caterpillar, I have to add. But again, like I had to make do with what Telltale Games gave me. Sticky piston facing this direction. Then slime block. Then another sticky piston. slime block there, 3 next to each other. Then we're actually going to grab some TNT. Be careful with that. I'm going to get some red stained clay. I'm going to put one in the middle. The original one does not have that, but that's purely as a safety precaution because you don't actually want to accidentally ignite that TNT if it was there. Then a redstone block there and a redstone block there. And this is basically like the mechanic that there's like the weird arm motion forward. But yeah, that's step 17. Now we're almost done. Need one more weapon system on the other side, and then we can like finish stuff off. So this is step 18. We get a caterpillar. You grab a sticky piston facing backwards like so, and then normal piston facing forward like this, and then in front of that a slime block with another sticky piston, and then same as on the other side, 3 sticky pistons like this, TNT. Then I'm going to grab another red stained clay just as a safety precaution. Then we need another redstone block there and there, and again like this kind of like functions, gives the weird arm motion, but for the most part we are done right now. And then we have arrived at the final step, step 19, and it's very important that you don't mess up here because we're going to test afterwards. What you can do is you can place one more glass block there and get a boat and put the boat on the glass block. And then next we're going to remove all the obsidian blocks. And if you miss one, you're going to be in a world of pain. So double check to make sure that you don't miss any blocks, and also make sure you don't accidentally misclick and break something that you don't want to break. But when you're done and you've cleared out all your stuff, you can, I guess, hop on the boat. I'm going to use, you know, this perspective, get a flint and steel, and notice the sea lantern block, right? So when I activate this, let's move back and the whole machine will start walking. And like I showed before, we have the weapon mechanisms left and right, and when you want to stop the design, you use your flint and steel on the piston, but you use it shortly after it has moved forward. This timing is important because else you might mess up the engine. Something like that. And it will immediately stop. So there you go. That's the functioning Mechmaster 9 Million. And, you know, can walk long distances. Don't get stuck with it though. That'd be very, very unfortunate. If you built this and you got it to work on PlayStation, Xbox, PC, please let me know in the comments. I really, really appreciate it. If you have trouble and it's like something that you can explain to me, also be sure to put it in the comments because maybe I'll be able to help you out through comments. And yeah, like always, you know, doing this sort of stuff takes a lot of time. And if you want to support my channel, there's multiple things you can do. Like always, leaving likes on the videos helps out a ton. And alternatively, if you're interested in like supporting me even more, you can consider checking out my Patreon in order to like qualify for benefits and stuff like that as well. Anyways, I hope you guys have fun with this, enjoy it, and that you blow up your friends. And if you do, you can send it to my Twitter or something. But yeah, have a lot of fun, and thanks for watching. And I will see you all later. Bye bye.